I could be your good friend. I know that if you let me, we could walk together. We're not so different, you know.
Welcome to Strange Findings. This is a special Facebook Live edition. You've got myself.
How do you look at it?
What?
How do you look at
Just
it?
refresh the pages, so it should pop right up. Anyways, we got Ray on the phone.
Are you sitting on the F5 button? Because your ass sure is refreshing.
This is a kind of an experiment. We've never done this before, but it should be interesting to see people maybe interact with whatever the hell we do. Let's kick it right off.
Touch their boobs, Frank. Touch their boobs.
Huh?
Touch their boobs.
Boobs?
Touch their boobs.
Touch their boobs?
There is a little delay.
You still
There's
can
a little
interact
delay.
with them.
Yeah.
Grab their tits.
That's what you would like to do. Let's kick it off with Ray's findings. Ray's findings.
It's just in, Frank. Marion, Ohio.
Oh, right close to home here.
Familiar with Marion?
Oh, I know Marion. A lot of one-way
right?
streets, right, guys?
That's an inside joke for people that know Marion. There's a fuckload of one-way streets. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true.
And diagonal parking. Who the fuck came up with that?
Yeah.
I bet the
Very
people,
nice.
like the designers, were like, I can't parallel park, can you? Let's just make a diagonal. What if there's a truck parked next to you? You can't see where you're backing up? Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Anyways, Ray, what do you got?
All right, here's my story. All right, so Ohio policeman answers girl's request for math help. So here we go. The mother of a 10-year-old girl from Marion, Ohio, messaged police on Facebook with help for help with her math homework.
Oh.
Not expecting a reply, she was surprised to find Lieutenant DJ Gruber, who replied and helped her with her math.
That's nice.
Gruber took the math misstep in stride, joking that he should mention that his favorite subject was history.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if that's him saying, hey, I don't fucking know math, and I just made that girl fail, probably, or what.
Well, how did she do? Did she do well on her homework?
Did not say.
Oh. Well, we'll follow up on that story later.
What makes me laugh, though, because every time Ohio's in the news, it's for some horse shit like this.
Yeah, that's true. Or like a guy trying to fuck an inflatable raft or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. On to your next tale of woe.
All right, here we go. Buddhist monk charged with stashing 4 million meth pills in monastery. That's right, Yangon Myanmar. Buddhist monk was arrested in Myanmar after authorities found more than 4 million methamphetamine pills in his car and in his monastery.
4 million?
Yeah, the monk was stopped Sunday as he drove in northern Rakhine State, which borders Bangladesh. Authorities said they had been tipped off by another monk who they caught carrying another illegal haul himself.
Wow.
Min Yin is said to, they found a total of 400,000 pills in between the two subsequent monasteries.
That's crazy, man.
$4 million in value.
What the monk is going on, man?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, I thought Buddhists were like chill. Like, if anything, I figured they would find weed.
Yeah, or like ecstasy or something. Definitely not methamphetamines. That's crazy, dude. I guess to each their own, man. You can't tell a monk what to do. He's gonna find his own peace of mind one way or another.
That's right.
Yeah. So what's your third topic here, Ray?
Third and final topic. You familiar with Uzbekistan, Frank?
No.
Yeah.
Sounds made
Well,
up.
in Uzbekistan, apparently Morgan Freeman's a huge movie box office draw over there. They fucking love the guy. I
Really?
mean, he's a national treasure here, I get it. But the Uzbekistanis go crazy for Morgan Freeman. So my headline, the last article I have, is a Uzbekistan movie producer has been arrested and charged with fraud for claiming that Morgan Freeman was in his next film.
Oh, yeah?
So that he can get funding for the movie.
That's a
and
good
also, I guess,
That's a great idea.
like,
That's a good idea.
You know, promote it, and people get pumped up for it because they love Morgan Freeman so much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, we should do that. We could make a movie. We could have
I think
money.
it's hilarious. Like, this action film apparently had no big stars in it, and Morgan Freeman had never even read the script.
I know a guy named Bradley Cooper. Like, personally. So you couldn't even get in trouble for doing that.
Yeah.
You could just, put it as a
Yeah,
headline,
that's true.
Brady. You
We
couldn't
do-
get in trouble because he
we
was born
know
before
a guy named Bradley Cooper.
He was born
That's
before
true.
before he was famous. So he didn't get his name changed because he thought he would get chicks. Like, this is legit. So
Yeah, he technically didn't have it before the famous Bradley Cooper because
he's not as old, but still.
Is there a lot of Uzbekistanis named Morgan Freeman?
Yeah, I don't think they could find one. There are probably a lot of Morgans. Do you think what kind of name would that
first
be?
of all, let's
Naming
take a moment
Your son's
here
Morgan.
to talk about Morgan Freeman. What's your favorite Morgan Freeman movie, Ray?
Favorite of all the Morgan Freeman movies?
It can even be like if he's just doing narration because that's his thing normally.
Okay. I'd have to say my favorite is probably The Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah.
That's a really good one. That was mine, but now you took it, so I got to think of another one.
Sorry, buddy.
7.
Seven?
That's
Ooh,
solid.
That's a good one.
That's solid.
Or was he in Fallen? No, that was
No.
Denzel Washington. What am I thinking
You're
of?
being racist. No, my favorite. I love him a lot. And what's that fucking Jim Carrey movie, dude?
Bruce Almighty?
Yeah, I love that movie.
He's in Evan Almighty too, the sequel.
Not as good. You gotta have to say, not as good a movie.
He's still as good a god though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
who the fuck else would play God besides Alanis Morissette? Huh? Guys? Huh? He gets it. He gets it. Those
jagged
people
little
don't
pill
get
she
it.
is.
Those people don't get it.
That's your last topic, right, Ray?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, let's move into Frank's findings for this week or this episode. We don't do these weekly. What am I talking about? Frank's findings. My first topic is 2 women try to sneak 13 pounds of horse genitals into the U.S. Was that one of your topics are you marking it up?
Yep.
I took one of Scott's topics. Okay, I'm sorry, Scott. That might happen. There was not a lot to pull from, I found. I'm surprised I didn't read anything that Ray had. Did he have anything you had?
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials at Washington International Airport stopped 13 pounds of horse genitals from being smuggled into the country last month, according to a CBP release. The equine sex organ smuggling was attempted by 2 women traveling from Mongolia, as custom officials had them go through a routine agriculture inspection. What the fuck? As you can tell, this is my first time reading this. I didn't have time to read it earlier, but I knew it was a good story by skimming it. The horse genitals were only part of the package. All told, the women attempted to smuggle 42 pounds of horse meat and 3 liters of yak milk. Delicious. There's a picture here, although it's not very good. For the Facebook Live people. That's the get up there. That's the fucking deal. That's the genitals. What's
funny to me is I'm like, is the 13 pounds of horse genitals just 2 big dicks?
Well, yeah, I mean, basically. It's packaged very nicely. But horse meat is prohibited from entering the United States unless accompanied by an official government certification from the country of government or government where it originated. And I've talked about this before. I would fucking eat the shit out of some horse meat. How about you?
I've been to Aldi's before.
I've been to Arby's before. I'm pretty sure that's got some horse in it, one way or another.
Aldi's was the big one, though.
I'd smother it in barbecue sauce, Frank, and eat it right along with
Yeah.
it.
Aldi's had a pretty good percentage too. It wasn't just like a little bit of horse meat. It was quite a bit.
Just based on looks, look at a cow and then look at a horse. Which one looks better? I mean, honestly.
Horse.
Yeah, every time. Horse wins every
To
time.
have sex with or to eat?
Both.
I don't want
Both,
something lean.
honestly,
I don't
if you
want it to
have-
be lean though.
If
you
if you are forced to have sex with one of those animals, the horse wins. Also, if you're forced to, well, not forced, I would fucking eat a horse, man.
Before a cow.
Yes,
Wow.
every time. Have you seen a cross cut of like a nice piece of horse?
No.
In,
Can't say I
in
haven't
like
seen a
Japan,
horse
in Japan,
steak.
it's like a delicacy. So all you
Is it
people
well
out there,
marbled?
yeah, oh, perfect,
Is
dude.
it gamey?
No, I don't know. I heard it tastes more beefy than beef.
That's not possible.
Yep. Okay, here I am going to run another one of Scott's topics. Is this one of yours?
Well, go ahead and read it.
Musician accused of getting onstage enema during cancer benefit. Did you have this one? Okay. A Houston musician is under fire for reportedly giving himself an enema during a performance and then emptying his bowels on stage. However, the artist tells the Huffington Post that that's a bunch of crap. He admits to getting an enema, but says the material that spewed on the stage was just a protein shake in a leaky bag. Let's say you went and you saw that shit. Let's say you went to an event, like me and Ray, and you're welcome to come too. We are hopefully going to get into this Columbus Podcast Festival, but they're also going to have weird acts there too, like variety acts. Let's say we are all there and that happens. You see some guy like on stage, put something in his ass, squeeze it, and then shit a bunch of weird stuff onto the stage. What would you do, Ray?
Clap.
You almost have to at that point. Singer Michael Clemens is who this is. Says, he said he and his partner, who has not been identified, of course, because if you're involved with that kind of art project, you probably are anonymous a lot of times. Decided an onstage enema would be the perfect statement against the venue where they've had issues in the past. This is a quote. It didn't have anything to do with the person with cancer, Clemens told HuffPost. It was a statement to the venue that you're not avant-garde. Huh, Ray? You're not avant-garde enough.
You're not avant-garde.
Now, if you're holding a cancer benefit, doesn't somebody stop that from happening?
I would just be like, he's showing you the detrimental effects of colon cancer.
Right. Wow. Yeah, that's true. What if the person did have colon cancer? You know?
Yeah.
On to my last topic here. This is kind of following up on a story you did last episode about the Skittles debacle.
Yeah.
Mars investigating Skittles said to be intended for cattle. Oh, I took another one of Scott's.
No.
Oh, he's just fucking with me now. As you mentioned on our last episode, a mysterious Skittles spill on a rural highway in Wisconsin is taking another twist with Mars Inc., saying it doesn't know why the discarded candy might have been headed to become cattle feed. Huh? How's that for a read, man? That's a pretty good fucking news read. The case began when a Wisconsin sheriff posted on Facebook this week that hundreds of thousands of Skittles had been found spilled on a highway. Later, he updated the post to say that candy had fallen off a truck on its way to be cattle feed. Only red Skittles had spilled out, the Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt joked in the post that would be difficult to taste the rainbow in its entirety. a variety of food byproducts are commonly used for animal feed, and Skittles maker Mars says it has procedures for discarding food for that purpose. However, the company says that Skittles in question came from a factory that doesn't sell unused products for animal feed. So basically they're saying that they do this, but this is not what this is. I'm still wondering why they do this. Here's a little piece from a cattle nutritionist. Josh Cribbs, a cattle nutritionist and director of commercial development for the American Maine and Jew Association, which promotes a particular cattle breed, said that the food byproducts that get used for cattle feed vary depending on what's available in the region and particular time of year. They use citrus rinds a lot, actually. They're not feeding these cattle very these cascas. Yeah.
It's weird. They're like fuck these cows. She's gonna be food in a minute anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Scott's got some topics here. He's over on the internet.
Scott's findings.
Hunters waged war on feral cats. Now he says he's become target of attacks. Alright, for years, Samwood has been prominent in hunting and killing invasive species, such as wild hogs. They got him with a picture of a wild hog on the first one. He must kill big, giant wild hogs, I assume. Because those things are real. You've seen one.
Yeah.
Terrible. He's got a bunch of photos on his Facebook page, killing sparrows and starlings. But he's got a new target that made him the target, and it's feral cats. Started earlier this month when Wisconsin residents shared a stock photo of a cat trap. Some may find this offensive, but the truth is feral cats are a huge problem, he wrote online. I know this post will cause some backlash from the Disney educated, but by putting the truth out there, not hiding, we can educate some folks. Back in the 80s, we used to get $5 for a cat hide.
What the fuck?
Buyers had pallets of cat hides. The hides were used to trim on leather gloves. Some trappers targeted cats year-round, which helped the environment tremendously. And also gave gas money, and they reused the meat for bait. Now we have bunny buggers, and they want to protect cats. They refuse to educate themselves on the true impact of what they're doing and saying.
I'm going to kill these other calicos.
Yeah.
You know, with calicos, the males.
There he is.
You're looking for the males when you're looking.
That?
Oh.
It's a nice wild boar. That's like from Old Yeller. Remember Old Yeller, the ones that were gonna kill him?
Yeah, that's what killed the dog, right?
Yeah.
What world did this guy live in that in the 80s he fucking was getting like $5 for cat pellets? You know?
I've heard it about raccoons.
It's like
I know that's a thing, but
that's
I've
like
never
some
heard it for cats.
gummo shit or something.
Yeah.
That's really
That's apparently what they do in Wisconsin. But so I should have done the accent. My bad. It makes more sense. I gotta get in the tackle. Okay. Back in the 80s, we used to get $5 for a cat hide. So that makes more sense when you hear it that way.
Yeah, you gotta have the accent.
That's how he said it. Next one, moving on. I got Kim Jong-un's half-brother was killed by nerve agent VX gas. That's a chemical weapon. And apparently this is not a story. So I watch news and, people talk about Trump did this and look what Trump said or signed or what the fuck ever. That's apparently all I care about. But this dude, let's start with the beginning, is killed by VX nerve agent. It kills within minutes if absorbed through the skin. Now, they don't have it written in here, but apparently it was these girls at like a reality show where they're spraying water in a guy's face. And they pick him, and apparently this one is loaded. Whoever's doing it doesn't even really know. I think there's somebody behind it, showing them what to do. And they spray the stuff in his face, and then he dies. and it's just not a news story. The finding will add increasing evidence that Kim Jong-un's regime, North Korea, was behind the brazen and public attack. Which, come on now. It's like his half brother killed VX nerve gas. That I thought that was only something we seen in like The Rock. Remember that with the little balls?
Oh yeah.
Like that was that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he apparently just had it around.
Well, he does it.
The chemical substance was identified as VX nerve agent. They analyzed it, and VX is one of the most toxic, fast-acting chemical warfare agents, more toxic than sarin, especially if entered through the skin. So that's pretty much an easy way to do it. Symptoms will appear within a few minutes, up to 18 hours after exposure. If possibly that any visible VX liquid contact on the skin and washed off immediately would be lethal.
I saw a picture of the girl that they arrested for doing this. She had a shirt on that said LOL, which I thought was awesome.
I guess that's a really big fuck you to America. Look what I can do. I'll kill my own brother. I don't give a fuck. And the third one, or story, would be it's Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia. I don't know if you've seen that.
No.
It's on Vice. It's really good. They go to different countries and find out what different drugs are and how they get made and whatnot. So they went over to South Africa. And Quaaludes, remember Quaaludes from back in the day?
Well, I don't remember.
Nobody
them.
remembers.
I remember them from Cheech and Chong.
My
movies.
parents talking about Quaaludes because that was cool. It was a party drug or whatever back in the day before ecstasy. And instead of taking it like that, they have pills, but they smoke it out of like broken bottles.
What?
Stuff. And it has the effect of. I mean, they literally will just break a bottle off and then stick it in there and smoke it. Crush it up in a dollar and then pour it in there. Yeah,
that's crazy.
But it acts like heroin, kind of, when they smoke it. It doesn't have the same effect as if you ingest it orally, and so they have had this system set up with the Chinese because they have these abalone. They're endangered around there, but they're just like a sea cucumber.
Right.
But in a shell type thing. They're not really a clam, but it's an abalone. And Chinese fucking love them. They're like an aphrodisiac. And you know how the Chinese, Japanese
Everything's a fucking aphrodisiac.
That's why they still kill rhinos, even though there's nothing in rhino horns. Like, they're like, hey, guys, there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. There's nothing. It's keratin. Same thing in your fingernails. It's not ivory. It's not like, elephant tusks. There's nothing special about it. Why do you keep... And of course, they, Africans will poach for Chinese people if the price is right. Well, the problem is they're making this stuff in China, these Quaaludes, and they just bring all these Quaaludes down. They're like, here, we'll trade you for some abalone, and they keep people hooked on something, and they go out and poach at night and collect the abalone and sell it to the Chinese. Well, trade it. That's the barter system at work for you, folks.
Yeah.
Trading Quaaludes for abalone.
Quaaludes.
Apparently, it's really good. Like, it's really tasty if you like seafood.
Quaaludes or abalone?
Both.
There's some tasty Quaaludes, man.
Yeah, Quaaludes.
We heard the same, it seems. I'm so sure, so don't you bet me. I just know that if you let me, I'll show you that I could be